What's up, guys? We're here with a really cool deck. I don't even know how to say it. It's going to be this little deck right here. I'm stealing Todd's cards here.
Ragnaraika?
The Ragnaraika. Yeah, I guess. He did top 8 today. Unfortunately, lost the top 8 to Thomas playing the Kashtira deck. RIP Bugs. Any shout out to you want to give today?
No, not really. I don't know. Shout out to the channel. Shout out to Nunu.
Yeah, we have Ogdoadic cards in here.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. Shout out to the store. Shout out to my family. Usual shout outs.
Fair enough. Before we dive into, like, comment, subscribe, and if you guys want to see this deck in action tomorrow, I'll be in action. I'll be trying to voice over tomorrow, but yeah, it's not going to be very good. I don't know what these cards do, so show us what they do here.
You good?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I played 2 Nunu and 2, I don't know how to say this, Noya.
Oh my god.
They're level 4s. They both pretty much, well, they both do the same first thing. You discard each and you send the opposite attribute. So you discard this to send a light reptile, discard this to send a dark reptile, which is where they pretty much, these two. These are both lights. I didn't really play any of the dark ones. I wanted to, but I couldn't. You send this one to send this one, pretty much. And when this one's summoned, you search for an Ogdoadic, I don't know, an Ogdo spell. And when this one's in the graveyard, if the only cards you control are Ogdo monsters or you have no monsters, you can special summon it. And it locks you into reptiles until it leaves the field. Well, it's face up essentially.
Okay.
This one is more standard. You tribute a monster you control, summon this from the grave. Your opponent can summon a monster from their grave, but its effects are negated. And then when it's summoned, you summon one from your graveyard. So you summon this one, and then this one searches for the really broken spell that you'll see later on. And this one's not really in a lot of lists. I wanted to go heavy Ogdoadic, just, I don't know, I like this card. You can tribute 3 monsters, summon it. You're never doing that. But it's a quick effect once while it's face up. You can send all monsters on the field to the graveyard that were not summoned from the graveyard. So like typically he comes out from the graveyard. All of your links come out from the graveyard. It's kind of like a board wipe. It just helps you OTK.
Okay.
That's it for the Ogdos. They're kind of just like an engine. This goes with it. When it's sent to the grave by card effect, you summon it from the graveyard and then it gets banished, which actually kind of matters that it gets banished. And it's level 4. It's part of the combo. And I don't know if anyone's ever even seen this card before. It's not my idea, but it's just a really old card. So all the Raika links have an effect when they're in the graveyard. You target, I'm just going to call them the trio in the deck profile, but it's reptiles, insects, and plants. So you target one of the trio on field, put it on the bottom of the deck, and if you do, you summon them from the graveyard. And when this is sent from field back to the deck, you're supposed to summon a level 3 or lower monster from your deck.
Ash Blossom.
So yeah, I summoned not Ash, the other one, a Ghost Ogre today, and just left it there before I locked myself.
Oh my gosh.
That's also part of the combo. And we got some of the main deck Raikas. Evil Seed, the Bug, and the Lizard. When this one's summoned, you search for 2 Ragnar cards, banish one from hand. You can banish whatever, you don't have to banish one of the other ones. Then it locks you into the trio for the rest of the turn. And you can send one of the trio from hand to grave with this in hand, a special from hand. It's an inherent summon.
Okay.
Both of these are inherent summons too. You can take a banish one of the trio, put it back in the deck, summon this from hand. This one banishes one from grave to summon itself. And when this is sent to the graveyard, for the link summon of a Ragnar monster, you can target any level 4 or lower insect, plant, or reptile and special summon it. So sometimes when you get stopped, this helps you push your combos through.
Yeah, that card's kind of crazy.
It is. I don't understand why this wasn't a foil, but this whole set is weird. This one, you just send one from hand to bounce a monster. You don't like ever do that, just when you draw your bricks, but it's kind of good, I guess. Oh, it's also a dark reptile, so when you don't draw this engine, you don't draw any of these, but you draw the Ogdo cards, you can use Nunu to dump this, so that when you go into the Link 2, you can like still keep going.
Okay.
We'll get into the Link 2 later. We're playing hand traps, just Ash. We don't play a lot, honestly. These 3.
No Imperm?
Yeah, it's in the traps. We did play Imperm. I didn't want to play Nib, because Nib kind of sucks right now. At least in my opinion, like in the main deck, it kind of sucks. Ash is Ash, Veil is Veiler. This is really good. I want to play a 3rd one of these. I just didn't have one. This card's getting really good, in my opinion at least.
Yeah, card's right now kind of crazy.
Just something in every deck you can hit with it. That's it for the monsters. One of the coolest cards in the game, Snake Rain. This card's
Oh
like
my
10
gosh.
years old. You can finally play it. You just got a card, send 4 reptiles from your deck to the grave. Unfortunately, it doesn't say up to, so if you draw too many of them, it sucks. But it's also not once per turn, so if you play it and they ash it and you have another one, just play it and do it again anyway. It's kind of crazy. I didn't play it because I didn't get them in the mail in time. I didn't get my cards, some of my cards, but you can thrust for this. So
Would you play less of them then if you would have like
no,
3
I would
thrusts?
play 3 and 3 thrusts because this one card is just like a full like big combo. You can play this, dump 4 reptiles, and then once you start doing the Ogdo stuff actually allows you to go into, it lets you branch into the other engine because you can make a Jasmine and then tribute a monster to summon the level 1 Evil Seed, which lets you get to the other cards. Yeah, this card's crazy. It's kind of cool to be able to play it finally. 3, I should have just showed this with the monsters. With this card, Bloom. When you activate it, it has a continuous effect that all plants, reptiles, and insects gain 300 attack and defense. Everything else that's not those 3 loses 300 attack and defense.
Okay.
This like weirdly came up today a lot. I haven't played it. I haven't tested it, but I kind of want to play. I don't remember the name of it. It's a number monster. I think it's 103 Ragnar 0. You target something that doesn't have its original attack and pop it, but you can't make it if you get locked. But that's just, I don't know, fun fact. You can add a Ragnaraika monster from your deck to your hand and you discard a card. So if you draw the Serpentine Sword thing, the level 4 guy when he's sent to the grave, you can discard it off this so it's not a brick. And you can just discard your bricks, and then you can special summon a Ragnaraika monster from your banished hand or graveyard in defense position. So you have to summon one of the main decks. You can't summon the extra deck guys, but it's a really good extender. The boost honestly kind of helps. Like, you just get over things sometimes. 2 talents. Talents are really good. If I can fit a third, I'll play a third. We play 2 Water Lily, and then the best card in the deck, which is Daybreak. This card says send a reptile from your deck to the graveyard, which also triggers the Serpent Sword guy. And then if you have 5, after you send, if you have 5 reptiles in the graveyard, you can special summon any of them.
So Snake Rain goes kind of hard with this.
Yeah, you just put a bunch in the grave anyway, but this is typically how I was summoning this. You just play this, dump something, summon this. Yeah, and this usually just clears the board except for like Promethean Princess. And this card's crazy. You activate it, you tribute any reptile monster, and then you get 1 token for every 2 of its levels. So typically you're tributing this because you summon this guy, which summons this guy, which searches for this. Play this, tribute this, you get 4 tokens. So now you have 5 reptiles on board just for doing nothing.
That's pretty nice, yeah.
It's nice until they did.
Fair enough.
Which never happened today, but yeah. And then this card also has a second effect. You can do both these in 1 turn. You can banish the spell itself, target a banished reptile monster, put it into the deck, and then send one to the grave. So like when you're coming back after like your first turn, I'm just gonna pull the card back out for like follow-up. If this thing is banished because it got banished the turn before, you can just banish this, put this in deck, dump it, summon it, and then you can just like summon the Ragnaraika guys out with it from the grave.
Okay.
Actually, that's a lie. Don't do that. But it's just an it's just an extender that you can use. It just comes out, lets you go back into stuff. This just lets you dump like any reptile. So anything you don't have or anything that you need, this just gets it for you.
And it's 40 cards in deck, or?
Yeah, it's 40. This is the Ragnar Trap. You get the target card your opponent controls for every link monster type that you have from reptile, plant, or insect, and pop it. So you can pop up to 3. And then if one of the 3 types are destroyed, well, this is in the graveyard, you can banish this to destroy a monster. It doesn't really like come up. I don't think that makes it relevant, but like it's a good effect to have. Then we play Planet Pollutant Virus because
what the heck is this?
Our deck is not like a godly tier 1 combo deck, so we need something unfair to do like every other deck does. So you activate this card. This guy goes and gets it. We'll go into that in a sec. But you activate this, you tribute an alien, you destroy all monsters that have A counters, and then for the next 3 turns, every monster your opponent summons gets an A counter. Yeah, that's all that does, but we'll touch up on it in a sec. Let's get these out of the way, I guess. These are the Ragnaraika links. I play 2 of this one because it really helps in the clapback. So these all have the same effect. When in the graveyard, you can target one of the 3 monster types, bounce it back to the bottom of the deck. You can bounce themselves too, as long as they get removed from the field, essentially. and not banished, to summon them back. Except for this one, the Link 2 is the whole turn, so if you do anything cool that's not those 3 types, you cannot bounce to summon this. This one's a Sprite Elf. You target Ragnaraika Engine special back out. So usually you'll use the insect guy and something else to go into this. The insect guy summons something out, and then this summons something out, and you just get a bunch of floating bodies. It's also a plant, which is relevant in a second. This one banishes 2 from grave, the 3 types, to search for the trap. This one's kind of weird. It's when your opponent activates a monster effect in hand, you can activate it in a new chain, and neither player can activate monster effects in the hand for the rest of the turn. This actually kind of came up today because Thunder Dragons, I just summoned this and they didn't really do anything because they can't. That's those. And then this one, if your opponent summons from the extra deck or the main deck, you can target 2 monsters on the field and destroy them. He's kind of just like an end board guy. He's 33. He's 36 if you have the spell out.
That's pretty big.
It's kind of cool. Where is it? So we play like a little plant
Banglancer.
package too, I guess. Yeah, Banglancer. That kid's crazy. This kid's why the level 2, the Link 2 being a plant matters. Because you'll go into the Link 2, and then the Link 2 will, even if you don't have the insect guy, you could Link 2 can bring back the level 1, which is a plant. You'll go into both and go into this, and then just tribute whatever you need, and then just summon a plant from your deck. So even if, that's why I was saying the Ogdo cards can get into like the Raika cards, which just generates a bunch of advantage. It's really good. This is just here to link off the level 1. That's literally the only reason this is here. You can make this whatever you want. This was just a Link 3 that I could play that was, again, 2 plants that removed a card from the field. So you make it, you tribute something that it points to, you target a card in the field, and you banish it, and then you gain 1,000 life points. I use this in time to gain life to help me win, but it also just banishes cards, so it helps you get rid of, like, problem cards. Like, I don't
Flamberge
know.
even,
Yeah, Flamberge, it gets rid of that. It gets rid of, like, the runic field spell. It gets rid of field spells in general. It just banishes things that don't want to be banished. And then Banglancer is Banglancer. Target something, send it to the grave. Doesn't destroy. Keeps bringing itself back. You banish links up to 4 to bring it back. So that's why I play a lot of like Link 2s and 3s. What else is in here? This card's a TCG exclusive. You can
A Liz Rose.
Yeah, you go into it with 2 monsters with different names, and then you banish a monster that is 2,000 or less attack, target a monster on the field, its attack becomes that, and then if you banish the reptile, you draw a card. So this helps you get back the card you discard for Snake Rain.
Okay.
And also it just like really helps. Like OTK, like the big guy in the main deck, you have a 3,100 attack monster. So if you use this and banish one of the 0 attack Ogdo guys, make something 0, you're hitting them for 31 over that one monster, which really helps. And I mean, it's nothing special, but like you can banish off this and target a Appaloosa, and then they have to negate it, or it's gonna go down to 0 attack. Because a lot of people make 2 mad Appos right now, so your spell card decreases Appo, so it only actually has 1 negate. These are the alien cards. So when this is summoned, you can search for a card that places A counters, which is this, and then you activate this. You have to tribute an alien. That's the only reason you play this. So you distribute this. Everything gets A counters, and this card is like super Baguska. Any monster that has an A.
Not Baguska.
Any monster that has an A counter is switched to defense, and it cannot activate its effects. But those are 2 separate things. So this is Baguska for Link monsters. As soon as you summon and the summon is successful, it gets an A counter from the virus, and then you just can't use its effects. So this stops like SP from beating you. It stops like Relinquish Anima from doing anything. It's just really good. It stops like even Appaloosa. You can't even Appaloosa because you can't activate the effect. This is just kind of like the unfair thing the deck can do. It's not.
How often do you set that up though? Like,
if you do the Ogdo line, like Snake Rain just does this.
Okay.
And then when you Snake Rain and do the Snake Rain line, you search for the Serpentine Princess, which you summon, and then you bounce back to deck, which gives you the Evil Seed. So you pretty much set up this, and then you go into Evil Seed, and then you do all the Ragna stuff.
Okay.
So you get like decent, I don't know, mileage out of it, I guess. You can set it up like really easy though. It's not worth it against everything, but you can do it. I do play Promethean Princess because sometimes you want to go into it. There's like niche times. I shouldn't say niche because I did this a lot today, but there's a few times where you just don't lock yourself yet. And the Ogdo cards let you link climb. So you go, these two are fires right here. So you can go into Promethean Princess, you can end on this. Then when they do something, you know, Promethean pop, summon. And then if this is stuck here, you can have something on board. So like say this is your board, put something on board. You can even like use this to say special this from the grave. And then you can use this to bounce this back to extra and summon, and then you can link off both of these, go back into this, use the effect on field, bring something back, and then you can just start going nuts again. This is just like an interruption, and like I wanted to make sure that I could get it off the board. I played King of the Feral Imps. This is the only Exceed of non-link I play. This is just part of the combo with the Ogdo cards. And we took a page out of Marine Cess. We play this because just like the Ogdo cards, you can, like I said, you just link up into this. So you just go like 2, 3, 4. One of your cards is engraved. Say, I don't know, just any of them that's not the link 2. Say you make the link 3 or whatever. You just use a link 3. I can't find my cards. Bounce something, summon this. Now you're, so this wouldn't be here. So now you're locked into the 3 types, and you can just activate this, banish everything. Everything comes back that's insect, plant, or reptile, but nothing else can come back. So you can just use, sorry, I shouldn't put it back. You can just use this to literally just clear a board and then like start playing the game.
Okay.
I did that once today against Snake Eyes.
Jeez.
I banished the whole board, and then I played Bloom in special Evil Seed, which got me 2 cards, and then I just like started playing the game after I banished the board and I won.
Pretty nice, pretty nice.
Again, it's not a tier 1 deck, so we need unfair things to keep up with the rest of the decks.
You want to show off the side deck or not today?
No, the side deck was honestly just random cards. Just like tech cards, I would say to play. Like Dark Ruler's good, I'll let you play going second. Droplets is good. Like I don't even know what I had in here. D-Barrier's good. I don't know, I'll just show it. It was just like stapley kind of cards.
Fair enough, yeah,
This
these are all
card's
pretty
good
basic.
now. This is good against Voiceless. This is good against Voiceless. This is just good in general. People still play Lab at our locals. I wish they'd stop, but they do.
Yeah.
Just like generic stuff, but like honestly, like I would say play like Droplets, just like good cards that help you break boards going second. I know that's like what these are, but Droplets gets a lot of your bricks out of your hand and lets you just bring stuff back for free anyway, so.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Congratulations on top 8. Maybe we'll see you again next time.
Maybe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.